Marketing is probably one of the most difficult things when getting into photography. Hey, what's up you guys? Nick here. For those of you new to my channel, my name is Nick. I'm a professional photographer. I've been a professional photographer for about the last 4 years, though I've had a camera in my hand for the last 16. And backed by popular demand, I ran a poll to see what you guys wanted to see a video on, and you all said you wanted to see a video on marketing your photography business. And actually, it's a really interesting subject. It's probably one of the most difficult things to do in the photography industry. I see photographers that have a base and are doing it full time, all the way through photographers who are just getting started struggling with this. So I want to talk about the tips that I use in order to market my photography business. The big one that I always say that everyone needs to look into almost right away is social media. Social media is going to be your best friend in this case. Instagram and Facebook, as we discussed in last week's video, well, 2 weeks ago's video, which I will link right up there. Social media is going to play a huge part, and it's not just having a Facebook page or having an Instagram page. The Instagram page is important because most people have an Instagram and you can use location tags, but Facebook in this case is extremely important because Facebook has groups. I am part of a lot of local buy, sell, and trade groups. And a lot of times people post on there looking for a photographer, and that's when I post my Instagram link, because most people have an Instagram. It's a quick, easy way to click on it. All they're gonna see is your different photos, the different work you've done, and your portfolio. It's a really quick and easy way to share that. And you wanna have that link pretty handy with you at all times. I know it's kind of difficult to find on the mobile app if you're searching through mobile. So what I've done is I've actually copy pasted it onto a Google Drive form. So I have all my links in a Google Drive document, and I just can copy and paste it over wherever I need it. Now, the reason I say link your Instagram instead of your Facebook is a lot of times on Facebook, you're posting about your specials, you're posting about your deals, you're posting about the cost to do it, as well as doing small shout outs, things like that. So post your Instagram, because your Instagram is just straight photos. You're just gonna have your photos up there. It's a great way to show off your portfolio. It's a great way to get out there, and it'll show that you are a local photographer. So that's why I always recommend using that Instagram link in those buy, sell, and trades. Not only that, but you can post that Instagram link and be like, I am selling photos, I am doing a special, especially specials. Specials are super important. Always have specials. People love when you're running a special. But post that in those buy and sell trade groups. It's a super easy way to find an audience. It's a super easy way to find a market. And that's really, really important with marketing yourself, is knowing when to post and who to post it to and where to post. And social media will be your best friend. Now, like in Colorado here, I'm part of Northern Colorado Buy, Sell, and Trade, Weld County, Larimer County, Loveland, Fort Collins, and Greeley Buy, Sell, and Trades. And literally, they just pop up sometimes. I just look up photography in there, and there's people looking for photographers. So definitely look into that area. It's super helpful, it's super convenient, and it will do you a lot of good in the end. Now, another important part of running a photography business is being able to easily give someone your name and phone number. And by that, I mean you need business cards, and you need to carry your business cards everywhere you go. Now, I have lost several potential clients for just not having business cards with me at the time. They did, you write down your name and number on a piece of paper, but the fact of the matter is, those get lost a lot easier than a business card. Now, I now have custom business cards. As you can see, on the back side it says Pink Hat Photography, and it has my cool logo that Paul Beveridge made for me. And then on the front side, I'm gonna cover up my phone number. I don't wanna dox myself. It just has my name, what I do, and it's very simplistic. But it's very easy. It has my phone number, it has my email address that you can get a hold of me on, and it also has my different social medias. Now, this one's a little bit outdated. It does not have my YouTube on it, and it does not have my Twitter on it, but it does have my Instagram and my Facebook so that people can easily find my portfolio and check it out. And on here, it does say photographer, tintype, and digital, because I do in fact shoot tintype photography. But you always want to make sure that you have business cards on you at all times, even if you're at work. Maybe a coworker is talking about how they need photos done, and you may not know them that personally enough that they have your phone number. So I always recommend carrying business cards with you at all times. It's the only way to guarantee that you'll be able to hand this over and that someone will be able to reach out and contact you when it's needed. Now, the other reason why these are important is because local business, a lot of the times, they will allow other local businesses to post their cards on the bulletin board. And bulletin boards are fantastic. In the town that I live in, we have a very thriving downtown area. There's a lot of local coffee shops, little bakeries, muffin shops, cookie stores, breweries, and bars. And all of them have a bulletin board where you can post your business card. So I went through and I put these up in the business's downtown area once every month or so. Whenever one is missing, I get clients that way, I get calls that way. And it allows me to stay connected. Some businesses go so far as allowing you to leave a stack. They'll just have a whole tray of business card holders for local businesses to come in and put their cards in there. And it's actually a really fantastic way. You're supporting the local business by going in there, buying coffee. They're helping support you by allowing you to leave your business cards there. Another really good tactic to use is flyers. Literally just put your logo on a flyer, all your information, offer what you do, and then put the little pull tabs at the bottom with your phone number or your email address. QR codes are also extremely helpful for this. You post it up, maybe all the tabs are missing, have a custom QR code on there that'll link them directly to your Instagram, or even a link page where we'll have all your links and your phone number all there so that someone can reach out and talk to you if you need them to. That is really important and why business cards are so important. Now, I get my business cards online through Vistaprint. It's a really cheap one. I'm not sponsored by them. It's a really cheap way to get some business cards. I had a local printing company here in town, but sadly they closed down a few years ago. It seems like that's pretty normal with a lot of local businesses. So definitely try to support your local business if you have them. If not, Vistaprint is fantastic. They get these shipped out within a week. You can order 1,000 of them for like $5, and that's even for my double printed ones. Being able to market yourself is extremely important, and again, that's the importance of social media that we just talked about. But another important thing is making sure that you have a good portfolio. I'm going to link my video right up there on reacting to the first photos from my portfolio. You need to keep your portfolio updated, and you need to keep your portfolio in good standing. You got to make sure that you have the best of the best on that portfolio. Now, every single one of my shoots, I always have that winner shot, the one shot that is absolutely perfect and great in every way. You have to make sure that you have one of those from every shoot if possible. Post that one on your Instagram. You don't need to post every photo from every single shoot on there. Sometimes you'll get 2 or 3 that are just wonderful winners. You can post all 3 of those. But you want to make sure that your portfolio is up to standard and it is a beautiful work of art. It's going to show off the very best of your work. I cannot emphasize that enough. Now, the other thing, be prepared to pay a little bit for advertising. You don't have to pay a whole lot. But SEO will only take you so far. Now, if you have a website, which a lot of people say that you should have a website, I don't personally use a website. It's just another thing that I have to upkeep. I have enough of a clientele at this point that I don't have a website. There are a lot of photographers that do. I did have a website at one point in time. And you could use that custom QR code to link you there. But the key there is you have to learn SEO, or search engine optimization. Now, you want to learn that no matter what, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or you're doing it a YouTube like I am, or you're running a vlog or a blog. And the reason for that is when someone types in my local town's photographer, you want your name to pop up in the search results. Now, you will not get top search results unless you pay. And it's not actually all that expensive. We're talking pennies to $1 per click on your advertisement. And that's the same for Facebook too. I used to run a $15 marketing campaign on Facebook for engagement photos or graduation photos. And it's a really cheap thing to do, $15 a month. That's the very max. Most I was paying was about 25 to 75 cents per click on my ad, and I was able to pay off that $15 with just one shoot. Every shoot after that was almost straight profit. It didn't cost me any of that overhead of advertising. If you are in a busier area such as Denver, Los Angeles, New York, and you have a lot of people competing, it's going to cost you a bit more. But the town and area I'm in, it doesn't cost me quite as much to advertise my business and to allow others to find me for a relatively cheap price. And make sure that you have your pricing or a general range of your pricing on your website or on your Facebook. People are hesitant to reach out and ask what the cost is. Generally speaking, if it's an ask for prices, people are going to, one, assume that you are going to change the price based on who they are, and two, they're going to think that you are expensive and that's why you don't advertise your prices. One other thing of important note is to know when photos are due. Now, this is extremely important, specifically for engagement photos. You want to have a very quick turnaround. Those people need to get their save the dates out. A lot of people wait last minute. Number two, you need to know what season to advertise. I start advertising graduation photos in February. Families want to get those out very, very quickly, or they want to have it all set up very quickly. And as you get busier, you're going to sell out quicker. Now, yearbook photos or senior photos are generally due in November. So you want to start advertising for that in June or July. Sometimes you can get away with it in August. Most people want those fall colors, or they want to have their fall sports uniforms when they're doing senior photos, and they're due in November. You also need to know that some senior photos do not allow certain types of editing. Some will require color, very standard edit. Some will allow you to texturize. Some will allow you to make it a little more heavily edited than others. So you need to know the regulations and rules for your local district, and you need to start advertising that stuff very, very early. Again, most of the time, senior portraits are due in November. Advertising your photography business seems a lot scary and a lot more difficult than it actually is. It's actually very, very simple once you get past those first steps of actually going out and doing it. And that's kind of what this video is for. It's to kind of give you a direction to head in. Social media marketing, having a good portfolio, business cards, working with local businesses. And the last thing I want to talk about is word of mouth. Again, like I said in that last video, the first 6 months to a year, you're going to be doing a lot of free photos. Make sure that those people are giving you credit for those photos. You have to stipulate in your contracts that they need to give you credit for taking those photographs. Because if they're not giving you credit, then the word of mouth isn't working. Your portfolio may be being built, but the clientele that you could potentially build up from taking photos of people for free isn't working out. So you want to make sure that people are tagging you or your Facebook page or your Instagram page when they're doing all of that. And friends or family are the best way to get started. Talk with your friends, talk with your family. Tell them, if you see someone post that they need a photographer, tag me in that post, tag my Instagram. Word of mouth is going to be the biggest help in this game. Getting started out, word of mouth is where it's at. You also want to make sure that for those that aren't tech savvy, that you have photos ready to show off your portfolio. One thing I do is I keep a folder specifically on my phone at all times with 10 to 12 of my best shots of all time. And so if I'm talking with someone and I mention that I'm a photographer and they become interested in the fact that I'm a photographer and they want to see my portfolio, but they don't have an Instagram or Facebook, which does happen at times, I can just open up that folder and show them my work right there on my phone wherever I'm at. And then I can hand them one of those business cards that I carry around with me so that they can contact me when they feel the need to. And those are my tips for marketing your photography business. I want to thank you all for coming along this journey with me today. I hope this video was very informative to you, and I hope that I gave you some tips and tricks that you didn't know before. If you guys have any suggestions or any other things that I may have missed, please comment them down below. If your comment is really good and you have some great tips that I've never even seen that could help me in the future, I will pin your comment. Please like, comment, and subscribe. At 1,500 subscribers, I'm giving away a print of this photo, which currently a metal print of that photo is winning on my poll. And then at 5,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a Nikon D5100 with a 50mm Yongnuo f1.8, which I have a review on right up there. I want to thank you all for coming on the journey with me today. You guys have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Bye.